Tonight it's about the Buddhist funeral rite, Buddhist funeral ceremony. So in each country, each culture has different belief when someone dies. So there may be a different way to dealing with the funeral. Okay, in the West, maybe you may get familiar with people don't cremate the body, but they bury the body, right? But in the East, okay, many countries, especially Buddhist country, we do cremation. Okay, when someone dies, okay, and there is no universal way of dealing with funeral, okay, in the Buddhism. Sometimes they do it in the at home. Sometimes they do it at the temple. Sometimes they do it in the funeral home. It depends. Okay, there's no fixed way of doing this, but there are some standard way that you can look at it of how they do it. And if you were to join them as a lay person, okay, what will you prepare yourself? Okay, how would you dress? Okay, what kind of thing you should bring to the funeral? Okay, something like this. But tonight we will focus on, as a monk, we will render this kind of service to the lay people. When someone die, they come to the temple. If you in that temple, you are gonna have to arrange the chanting and provide the chanting ceremony for the family of the deceased person. Sometimes they may have the ceremony at home, so they invite the monk to their home. Okay, again, if you are a part of that chanting team, you must know how to do it. Okay, you know what to prepare. Okay, so tonight it's about showing you how to do it, and you see pretty much everything that needed in the ceremony. All right, so where did this tradition start? Okay, if we look at the story of the history of Buddhism, okay, at the time that the Buddha passed away, and this is the starting point of Buddhist tradition when someone died. Okay, the Buddha himself, when he passed away, okay, the disciple back then also cremate his body. Okay, but the amazing thing is like there is no ash, no nothing found. Okay, from his skin, his flesh, his fluid, there's nothing appear. The only thing left is the relics. Okay, relic is like you can think of the bone, but it's the crystal bone. Okay, it's extremely pure. Okay, this is something very interesting and amazing. Okay, when someone meditate a lot, when someone observe precept whole life, when someone become a ethical person, okay, there's something special about their bone when they die. Okay, and this happened to the master Nan Kunyai back to the Dhammakaya temple when she passed away. Okay, we noticed that there's some part of her bone become a crystal relic. Okay, amazing. You can see from your physical eye. It's not just like regular bone or the chicken bone that we normally see. It's something special about her bone, and that's for Buddhist people we don't surprise because we know if people meditate, people are pure. Even the bone become pure. Okay, this is why in Buddhist culture we do the cremation. Okay, we just follow the tradition of the Buddha. So when someone die, okay, this is my mom. Okay, she passed away. Okay, last year, and I don't know much about how to do it. Okay, so I have to figure out. I was with my mom all night. Actually, 2 weeks before she passed, I was with her until her last breath. Okay, 2 a.m. in the morning, and then the body has to go through a process of the hospital, right? Go to the doctor have to come and clean the body and things like that. But our part is to prepare what after that, after the body get released from the hospital. So we need to call the temple. Okay, this is a temple in my village. So luckily the temple is empty because some temple they don't have many space and many people die on the same day, on the same week. So all the room may be occupied. And I was able to get the space. So we take mom's body there and then try to locate where to buy the coffin. We didn't know what to do. It was a bit urgent and everyone was shocked. So someone come and help, okay, to try to help to buy the coffin, to arrange the place, buy the flower and decoration. There are many things involved. Okay, and nowadays there are some company that provide this service. You just call them up. Okay, let's say I need to arrange a funeral for 5 days. And what else do you need? Do you want a fresh flower or do you want meal? Okay, do you want what kind of coffin, what kind of wood? what kind of temple. Okay, you want an aircon room or regular room. They prepare everything. You just pay the money. Now there is such a church service in Thailand. Okay, and they do it professionally, beautifully. But we don't go that direction. We just do by ourselves, me and my sister. So we managed to get the temple, buy the coffin, and go there and arrange the place. And this is how the temple look like. Okay, it's like this. You think of like what Pang Makwe here is a typical local temple. Okay, nothing fancy. Only a few monks there. There is a sala or the hall where we can put the coffin there and where we can do the ceremony. We can keep the body, like I said, at home or at the funeral home or at the temple. Okay, it depends. It depends on your belief, depends on the convenience of your family. And then you can keep the body 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, 1 week, up to you. Sometimes I have seen people keep the body for 1 year, okay, because they want many people to come, especially if you're famous. Sometimes you keep the body long so your fan can come, right, come to pay respect to you and make merit with you. Okay, there was one superstar Thailand. He died a few years ago, and the body got cremated in Chiang Mai, and that temple is very beautiful. And they keep the body for 1 year for all his fans to come, and make merit for superstar, the one that they love. Okay, it depends on your budget. It depends on the convenience of your family. So you can manage, 3 days, 5 days. It's up to you. And as we learn from Dong Pa, the spirit will be, around for 7 days. So that means they can see what you do in that 7 days. This is something in Buddhism that deep. Usually they invite the monk in the odd number. Okay, 4, 8, 10. Okay, but have to be this number. But in the auspicious ceremony, they go by the number like 3, 5, 7, 9, 4, 8, 10. This is for funeral. That number is also important. I don't know where this comes from, but it's become tradition now. If monks are invited to go for bless someone home or open a new business, you need to go by that number. Okay, 3, 5, 7, 9 or something like that. You don't go by 4, by 8. It's called bad luck. And then yes, you do dress like this, okay, with your sangati on. Again, then you go there. Usually they do the chanting in the evening. Okay, in the evening, because people work during the day, right? So they come to the temple in the evening to join the ceremony and listen to the Dhamma talk and listen to the monk chanting. Okay, we can chant Abhidhamma 1 round, 3 round, or 4 round, no problem. Okay, some people do 1 round, some people do 3 round, do 4 round. It depends. Okay, and this is the setting. Okay, the setting. You see the Buddha, the table. Okay, there has to be Buddha table. Okay, right on the right of the presiding monk, of the chief of the monk, on the right hand side of him. See the Buddha, and then there's something called this table. Okay, it's called Abhidhamma, scripture in the box. Here we don't have it. Okay, but the temple usually provided. It's Abhidhamma. It's the sacred scripture kept in that box, and the candle and the scents right there. Okay, and then the monks. You see 4 monks, right? And here is 8 months. Okay, you will never see 9 or 7 in the funeral. It has to be this number. And you see the fan, right? That fan over there. Okay, same color. And this is how they prepare the small table with the offering. Okay, after the end of the chanting, someone will come and offer. Right? And there's a water here with the soy milk and some drink for the monk. Okay, this is the general setting. Usually each temple have someone who manages this. They know what to prepare. You just tell them how many days, and then they prepare for you everything. You don't have to memorize or worry about. But you can select what kind of drink you want to offer, what kind of offering you want to offer, depend on your budget. Okay, and sometimes prepare the receiving cloth, the yellow one. Okay, because sometimes there will be a lay woman come and offer you. You don't know, so we have to prepare that. Okay, sometimes the monk give the Dhamma talk at the funeral. Okay, but sometimes you may not see the Dhamma talk. This is optional. I found it very beneficial. Okay, not for the dead, person, but for the lay people who come to the funeral. So they have a chance to reflect on the importance of the funeral ceremony, why they come. Usually people come and they talk about, oh, how are you, because you usually don't see your friend, right, unless someone die, and then you go to that funeral, so you meet all your old friends. It's more like, old friends get together, so you update yourself about, oh, how is your kid, how is your job, and once the monk receive the offering and give the blessing, ceremony is done, and now they start talking. Sometimes they serve the dinner, sometimes they don't. Again, it depends on your budget. So I found it very useful. So I arranged 7 days, 7 months, we give a Dhamma talk. This is me. I also did the Dhamma talk because it's my mom, so I know her the best, right? So I let people understand about the nature of life, how can we reflect on this, because all of us gonna die one day. Okay, when they come, they reflect on this. The more they go to the funeral, the more they should be aware that, hey, one day they're gonna be in the coffin too. So whatever suffering they have, whatever problem they have in life, there may be conflict between husband and wife, there may be conflict at work. This is the time for us to let go. At the end of the day, you come to the funeral, you listen to the monk, you take wisdom with you. You go back with less suffering. Okay? Whatever happened in your life, you still sit there and breathing. You're so fortunate. You should feel grateful for that. Okay? There's nothing worse than being alive. And that's why Luang Pi feel like giving a Dhamma talk is very important. So I invite senior monk to come and give a talk, and my mom at the temple. And then at the end, okay, there will be an offering ceremony, just like we prepare today. If 8 monks, there will be 8 people. You can prepare like double set. Okay, if you have like 8 and one set, the first group 8 people offer, right? And another set, maybe another 8 people offer. It depends on the people who come to the funeral and how many of them want to offer. So we can manage that. That means we have to prepare the gift according to the number of the guests who want to offer. And then once monk receive it, we give the blessing. What kind of blessing do we give? Okay, usually the standard one is 3 things. We say Yatha Varivaha, right? This is the one we do a lot. And then people start pouring water. Yatha Varivaha. Yatha blessing is for the dead people. But when we start, this is number 1. When we start number 2, is for people who are still alive. Okay, Yatha Varivaha. This is for the spirit, the people who die. And then following by Sapitiyo Vivan Chanto, right? This is the second one. Maybe something in between, but we usually end with this one. Athasime. Okay, that's why someone asked me yesterday, what is the blessing at the funeral? This is the one. Athasime, Akasime, Yatimita, Sakhajame. Okay, this is another beautiful chanting. So 3 of this, you guys, whoever sit on that stage, you must know how to do it. You must know how to chant. And then let's say if we keep the body 3 days, okay, and at the day after that, we take the body to the cremation place. Sometimes it's in that temple. Sometimes we don't have to take the body somewhere else because the temple don't have the place to burn the body. So let's say if this temple has it, okay, so we do the ceremony in the temple that we have been providing the funeral chanting. So usually people circumambulate the 3 rounds with the coffin. Okay, 3 rounds, and after that they will take the body inside this place. There is a hall where you have the body rest there, and then people would go up there one by one to offering the flower. Okay, the flower. This is made from paper. It's easy to burn. So each one of us, monk and lay people who go there, we receive one flower. Okay, so we take the flower up there, we leave on the tray, and the staff will put the flower into the coffin, and the body can burn. Okay, can burn. And this is how they dress. Okay, in Thailand, most of the dress color is black. Okay, when they go to the funeral, black color is known for something sad, right? It's not something happy. When you go to someone's wedding, you don't wear black, right? So in the funeral, people wear black, okay? But white also acceptable, okay? Our temple, we wear white. Whether we go to wedding or we go to funeral, the white color always, beautiful. Okay, just like monk, we always the same color wherever we go. We go to bless someone home, we go to the forest, we go to the funeral, same dress, same hairstyle. This is so simple. Okay, and this is the group picture at the end. So they will sit there and then they observe the ceremony, okay, 3 rounds, and then when time they go up there and put the flower into the coffin. And then before they burn the body, there will be another ceremony. They will invite the senior monk or monks there to go perform, they offer the robe for the last time, okay, on behalf of people who die. Okay, and when the monk go there, this is what you chant, okay. Anicca vata sankhara upa thawaya thammino upachitawa nirucchanti te sammu pasamo sukho. So you have to memorize that by heart when you go up there. And you guys who sit here, you have to say the same thing. Okay, anicca vata sankhara. This is the one. And then you take the ropes and then you come down. Okay, this is the rope that offer from the family of the dead person. So we offer the robe on behalf of her or of him. Okay. So in Buddhism, we have the belief that merit can be shared to someone we love who passed away. And before you can share something to someone, you must have that thing first, right? If I'm going to give you money, I must have money first. Makes sense? So before you send merit to someone you love who died, you need to make merit first. And that is why this is one way of making merit, right? So have the monk do the chanting, and we make the dana, we make offering to the monk. So that's the merit come from offering. And then the merit also coming from offering robes as well. Okay, and the monk come down, and then they start, process of burning the body. Okay, put on on fire like this. Okay, it may take 6 hours. Usually we leave it one night, and next day morning we go back again to collect the ash or the bone. So there will be another chanting, the chanting together, and then we collect. This is my mother ash, put in the pot. Okay, there are 2 ways to deal with this ash. Okay, the first typical way, people usually release the ash, return to the nature in the river or in the ocean. So the family member get together, we hire the boat, right? So we go to the river and the boat stop, and then we release the ash back to the nature. But before my mom passed, she said, please do not do that to me. She afraid that she's gonna get cold underneath the water. I don't know where she got that idea from, because that's what we did to my dad and my uncle. We always do that. But she said, please keep my ash and do something else. Don't throw the ash to the water. So instead of me doing that, I keep her ash at the temple. So we installed a small stupa, so we can keep the ash of someone we love there. So we can go back and make merit, and when we miss her, we can go back there all the time. So it kept in the temple, just like you in the West, right? People have buried the body, right, at the funeral place, so you can visit someone you love, okay, anytime you want. Same idea. And I never thought of that. So my mom actually asked me for this favor, her last favor, to keep her bone somewhere, and that's what I did. Okay, and then what else? Now the body is gone, the ash is gone. What else can you do? Okay, in Thai tradition, we make merit for people we love after they die at least 3 times: 7 days, 50 days, and 100 days. 3 times. And what else? After 100 days, then you stop making merit for them? No. To me, I make merit for her every day. Every day, the day she died. Never stop. Before I go to bed, whenever I remember, I just think of my mom, my dad, and just send them merit. Okay, but traditionally, 7 days, 50 days, and 100 days. Okay, and sometimes once a year. After this, maybe once a year, the day that person died, or on the birthday of that person. Okay, it's up to you. There is no standard way of making merit. Whenever you feel convenient. Okay, and usually the family member get together 7 days and come back again, 50 days, come back again, 100 days. And I feel so fortunate that I'm a monk, so I can send merit to my mom every day. I believe that her spirit will receive the merit I sent. When she looked down from heaven, she will say, "Oh, my son is a monk. So my son, whatever my son make merit, I'm a part of that merit." This is just the general picture of how funeral, okay, is arranged in traditional Thai culture. So, and tonight we will actually teach you how to do it, and we will actually do it together. Okay. So, any question so far?